Recycling is not just for bottles, pots, pans, tin foils, and cans. Technology allows you to recycle time. The time that you invested in creating hundreds of lessons on Google Classroom year after year. My name is Dr. Saleem, and today I'm going to show you how to recycle the work that you've done on creating lesson plans on Google Classroom. So let's get on with it. So this is the typical layout of the homepage of Google Classroom. You have a couple of courses here. These are the courses that you have probably taught in the years before, and now you want to reuse these courses for the upcoming semester or school year. I have here this course, Saleem English 3 2021, and I want to use it for the upcoming school year 21-22. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to copy or duplicate this course so that I could use it with a new group of students. Now, it's very important to name each course in a way that it's easier for your students, and for the administrators. If they are looking at dozens and sometimes even hundreds of Google Classroom at one time, it becomes a little difficult if they are not named properly. So I usually name it with my name first, then I have the course name, and then the year. Only three things in the name of the course. So I will, in the course that I want to duplicate, I will click on the three dots there, and now it's going to give me some of these options: move, copy, invite link, edit, copy, and archive. What I need to click on is copy. So I'm going to click on copy. Now it's going to give me an option, because now it's copying. It wants me to rename it for the upcoming school year. So instead of that, the old name, I'm going to highlight the part that I want to remove from here, delete that part, and then I'm going to name the same course. If I'm teaching the same course next year, I'm going to just change the year, and I'm going to make it 21, 22. And if the sections or blocks are changing, I'm going to make those changes also by clicking here. If not, I'm going to leave it like that. Subject hopefully will remain the same. And finally, if there is a room number there, my favorite room number at Alonzo Moody Academy was 306. So this is the room number that I'm going to use. So I'm going to now click on copy. I'm going to wait because it's populating all the lesson plans at this time. It's going to take some time. The more lessons you have, the longer it might take for it to copy. Just a couple of seconds, or maximum a minute, is still creating a class. If you see that this is a little grayed out, it's still copying all the lessons in the background. Done. It's already done. So now, if you look at that, I have the old class 2021 course here, and I also have the 21-22 school year course here. So I'm going to click on that. Look at that. This is my stream. This is the first page or the home page of a course. And you see that there's nothing here. And I will show you if you go back, in the stream, if I've used this class last year, I will have the stream full of all the announcements, all the assignments, and other information that I've posted there. If I go to people, I still don't see any people here because this is for a new school year. I have to invite students separately, which I will do by clicking on invite link, and then I'll keep on adding the names of the students, from the list. And also there are no grades here because this is a brand new class. But look at this. This is where the magic comes. If you click on classwork, here you have all the work, all the tests, all the classwork that I've given before is right here. And if I click on at the bottom, view more, I will have more of these lessons. So if you look at these, hundreds of these lessons are here already copied. The only difference is all these lessons are in the form of a draft because these are not final yet. And these are still named by the old calendar, by the old assignments. So I'm going to, for example, if I go back here, let's say I'm going to now update this particular lesson, the one that says 0504 through 0506. By the way, I named these lessons for a reason by the dates I'm going to assign these lessons for. So if I'm clicking on this, in this lesson, all I have is your entire lesson plan that an administrator is looking for, your student should be looking for. I have the objective there. I have my DUL there. I have my activities there. And I also have, very, very important, I have my grading criteria for that particular lesson right there in each lesson plan. So it makes it so easy for me to look at the content or the activities that I'm going to do for a particular lesson. It's already there. And I'm also going to, if an administrator comes in for a walkthrough, for an observation, it's right there. They can also click on the lesson and they will see everything. So now, let's say if I want to change this particular or update this particular lesson for this school year, so I'm going to click on the title of this lesson, and I'm going to click on the three dots there and click on edit. So once I'm in the edit mode, I can change the title. I can, instead of 0504, I say, let's say now make it 090921 or 090921 through 091221. That's all I'm going to change, because the date, the rest, everything stays the same in this area, because the content I'm not changing unless I want to update the attachments. I want to add a file from Google Drive. I can click here. I can, if I need to add upload an attachment from my computer, I will click here. If I need to just add a link for a website, I'm going to click here. And if I need to add a YouTube video, I can do right here by clicking on the YouTube icon at the bottom. Or if I want to add any of these documents, slides, Google Sheets, or a drawing or a form, I can add any of these attachments to this lesson plan, and they will all show up here at the bottom. The next step I will do is for creating this will stay for this particular class, is for all the students. What kind of grade category? I usually have these grade categories for all my lessons. I have the classwork, I have the quiz or test work, I have the Google Meet participation live. If this is a synchronous lesson plan for blended learning, you don't need that. But this can also be used for if you're doing remote instruction, you can use that one. And also if there's just for attendance. So I'm going to leave it for classwork. Here I'm going to change the due date here. I'm going to make the due date, because it's ending on September 12th. So let's say I'm going to make the due date 2 days after that. So it will be September 14th. And the time stays optional like that. The topic is classwork. So I'm going to leave like that. And then I'm going to hit assign. Assign, yes. Students will see the assignments. And it's being assigned now. If you go back to your classwork, all you see here now, it has been updated for this particular lesson. So likewise, I can keep on changing just the titles and the due dates for the remaining lessons or assignments for that particular course and for that particular school year. Makes it so easy. And if you go back to your stream, you see this new assignment that I've just created. It has already created an announcement for that. Now that you're done with duplicating a class or recycling a class, Google Classroom for the upcoming year, I'll show you what to do with the class from the previous year. There is a way of archiving it, not deleting it. And I'll show you how to archive the class from the previous year. So you will go back to the home page of your Google Classroom, just like this one I'm showing you right here. On this home page, you have classes. You also have the class you just created. for the upcoming year, for the 21-22 school year. If you look at this one, it's right here. And if I want to archive now the same classroom which I copied from the previous year, I will click on the three dots at the top. It will open up the menu button, which we saw this before, wherein we created a duplicate of the previous class. In this case, it's also giving you an option, what we call archive. When you hit archive, what it will do, it will archive, not delete, because sometimes you might be archiving a Google Classroom in error and you want to retrieve it. So Google allows you to kind of put it aside or archive it. So hit archive, and now it is archiving the previous year's Google class. So if you see that, now that class is gone. All I have now on this screen are the classes for the upcoming year. These are the classes I need. So if you need to go back and take a look at where you archive your classes, you will click on those little three lines, the top left, and if you see here, you will have all these options. You have the options of the classes that you are currently teaching, the classes that you are enrolled in as a student, and also click on archives. You look in archive classes. These are all the classes that I have archived. I typically do not delete any of these classes unless I know for sure that I will never ever be using, because the deletion from the archived portion of Google Classroom is permanent. You don't want to get into a situation where you end up regretting something that you shouldn't have done. So that was about archiving the previous year's classroom. So that's all for now. It was brief and simple. And if you need any more information, please don't hesitate to email me at hsaleem@patterson.k12. hsaleem@patterson.k12. Thank you. Bye-bye.